remember this forever. After we lost that game at Quincy, he told me, he said, Joel, this is not going to happen again. And for the next 6 straight years, we played in a national championship game. Boy, oh boy, what an achievement for you, Ray. You remember that, of course.
I do, and I remember the game against Quincy. I can still remember the three-pointer the kid hit with about 7 seconds to go, and Will McDonald actually got a piece of it. But I knew going into that week, when I saw the regional rankings, that they had made a decision because we had just beaten 2 top 10 teams in the country the previous week, and we didn't move anywhere in the polls. Quincy had split that week, and they moved them up 1 spot behind us. So I said, okay, I know where this is going, and so that was fine. I thought we won 21 basketball games. I thought we did everything we needed to do to get an NCAA tournament, but it wasn't good enough, and I just wanted to make sure it didn't happen again. It's going to take 30 wins a season rather than 21, then we'll go get 30, and we won't let it happen again.
If you ever make a mistake, the next 6 straight years, buddy, only John Wood can top that.
Well, we had some awfully good players, and it started with that. The 98, 99 team is the one that everyone thinks really got it rolling, but actually it was the previous season, 97, 98. We came back. We went 21-8 the first year. We get to the national championship game, and I think we only had maybe 1 senior, Lorenzo O'Connor, on that 97, 98 team, and I can still see the 3 he shot that rimmed in and out that would have ended it. But and then from there, that following year with those 7 seniors and Critchlow and Garcia and that crew, that was I'd like to have some of those guys right now. But that was also a good team.
Indeed. And I never forget this, Ray. I think it had to be the 99 season. And maybe the Disney Classic, I may be wrong, but I think it was a Disney Classic when Antonio got hurt.
He got hurt in the semifinal game, and so we had him checked out. The doctor, it was to his left arm, no, it's to his right arm. And your warm-ups, he had it heavily padded, and I'm watching the warm-ups, and he's shooting every game with his left hand. And I said, look, you can't play. You can't shoot basketball, you can't play. All right, there's too bad, coach, okay. So we started Leroy John in that game, and we get off to a 10-2 start, and Leroy got 8 of the 10. And I felt someone tapped me on the shoulder, and it was Antonio, and he said, Coach, be ready to play. I said, I think he's afraid that his job is in jeopardy. But he proceeded to go out, and someone challenged him on that Washburn team, and Antonio tore that pad off and ended up with about 18 and 16. Needless to say, like he did every night.
You're at Kentucky Wesleyan, either as a player or as a coach. And I know there are a ton of them, but 1 or 2 have to jump out at you for specific reasons.
The one that jumps out, probably the first one, was in the Sports Center against Southern Indiana when Bruce swept through his suit. That was one I'll never forget. Coach Wayne had a lot of fun on the bench. I actually seen it happen to him again when he was at Tennessee when they played Florida. And my wife came to the conclusion he shouldn't wear light suits. And then I guess that first national championship with Garcia and those guys in '99 in Louisville, to finally break through. We've gotten so close that first year. No one understands how hard it is to get to an NCAA tournament, to get to an Elite 8, but to go ahead and get there and win that thing is, it's what it's all about. I mean, you put in a lot of hard work, and to see those guys, those 7 seniors, that it finally came to fruition, and also to see Jeff Pearlman get the game that night. He tore his ACL against Northern Kentucky in mid-January, and his whole goal, he knew he couldn't come back and play, but his whole goal was, I want to be able to get to the point where I can get on the floor with my fellow teammates in that national championship game. And he worked every day as hard as any of those guys that were playing for that one particular moment, and he got his one moment.